Good morning. So I'm Emmanuel Marot, and this is my partner, Gilad Golan. We're the founders of LendingRobot. About 2 years ago, we began both investing our own money in peer lending. You may be familiar with peer lending. It's using internet to remove intermediaries between borrowers and lenders. We provide many interactive charts about peer lending on our site. This one compares traditional banks with Lending Club, the largest peer lending marketplace. Orange represents operating expenses. As you can see, peer lending has much lower costs. By removing intermediaries, internet radically changed many industries. News, music, commerce, travel. Now this change is happening to banks and credit. Who benefits from lower costs? First, the borrowers who can get lower interest rates. A lot of it goes to investors who get better returns for their money. As shown by the green rectangles, peer lending returns are 5 times those of saving accounts. Now, what about risk? Peer lending allows to lower risk through diversification. As little as $25 can be invested in a loan, which means that with only a few $1,000s, it's possible to build a portfolio diversified in hundreds of different loans. With diversification, returns systematically become more stable. Historical data shows that someone who invested in 200 or more loans never lost money.
So a couple of years ago, we started investing in peer lending, and we got pretty excited. We wanted to invest more. But there was one problem. It was very time-consuming. Why? Well, first of all, as an investor, you have to select the loans to invest in. Selecting the right loans will determine your returns. It's a bit like being your own loan officer. If you look at the chart, you see historical returns for loans by loan grades and various other parameters. Without getting into the details, you get the picture. It varies quite a bit, so picking the right loans matter. Second, once you start investing, money keeps coming back as loan payments. If you want to keep your money working for you, you have to reinvest it every day, 7 days a week. It becomes a constant reinvestment treadmill. So after a while, we realized that this is a job that should be done by software, not humans. We looked around and could find no such software. So we decided to build one ourselves to manage our own investments. And then we discovered something.
When new loans are released for investors, they have up to 14 days to get funded. But when we began monitoring those releases, we realized that the most popular loans were gone in minutes. Not days, not hours, but minutes only after being made available. Here, for instance, you can see the latest Lending Club loans that were released about 3 hours ago. As you can see, many of them already are gone. Take, for instance, the number 2, which was funded in only a few minutes. We had no idea, but all this time, while investing in peer lending, we were only investing in leftovers. Why? Because some investors automate their orders. Investors who have experience in algorithmic trading, institutional investors. This means that to be able to access the best investment opportunities, individual investors need to have the same kind of tools than hedge funds. That tool is, ta-da, LendingRobot. It's sophisticated, it's wicked fast, yet it remains simple to use.
So how does LendingRobot work? When you start using LendingRobot, you define rules for selecting your loans. There are plenty of filtering criteria to choose from. Criteria such as the borrower's debt-to-income ratio, their FICO score, the loan's purpose, the state of residence, and many more. When you define rules, we provide you with real-time estimate of how much money can be invested and what is the expected return. These rules provide all the power and capabilities for those users that really want to be their own loan officers and possess the know-how. Now, we wanted to take it a step further and ensure that anybody could enjoy superior returns, even those that don't have the know-how or the time to learn it. So we developed a statistical model that rates loans based on their interest rate and their probability of default. These estimates are calculated in real time for every new loan that appears on the market. So instead of doing their own research, investors may simply follow LendingRobot's recommendation and choose one of those and choose those loans. That is all that is needed to use LendingRobot. You don't need to wire us money. Your money remains in your Lending Club or Prosper accounts. We never touch it. All we do is constantly apply rules, select loans, and submit orders on your behalf. All done within 1 second after new loans appear on the market.
It just works. LendingRobot simplifies decisions, automates investments, and allows to compete for the best loans. It makes it easy to invest in peer lending. LendingRobot is an SEC-registered investment advisor and is open today to anybody, whatever their account size. So if you help people invest and you want to bring them the opportunity to diversify with peer lending, you should come and talk to us. Thank you.